Hi there, welcome to the latest episode of my 10-minute moan. The topic of this 10-minute moan is Kate Forbes' WhatsApps, private WhatsApps with Humza Yousaf, where she's not been too nice about her constituents. So this story's came up in the Sun this morning with the headline Blunder Protest. Kate Forbes brands constituents protest experts over hospital cut fears in private WhatsApp messages. Ms Forbes warned ex-First Minister Humza Yousaf he'd face anger over hospital cuts. Now, this was published by Chris Musson, actually just came out late last night at 9:30. And Kate Forbes branded her constituents quite the protest experts and hit out at scaremongering over hospital cuts private WhatsApps can reveal. Messages released via Freedom of Information reveal the Deputy First Minister's remarks as she gave tips to Humza Yousaf about how to handle a ministerial visit to Skye in 2022. The WhatsApps came amid a long-running row over urgent care and inpatient beds at the island's Portree Hospital. There was fresh anger over the issue in May this year as the hospital was shuttered when one woman died and another fell seriously ill at the nearby Skye Live Music Festival. In one April 2022 message to the then Health Secretary Mr Yousaf, Ms Forbes said, "Hard to ignore Portree Hospital, whether you go or not. As soon as the North Skye community get wind you're in town, they'll stage a protest. They're quite the protest experts. So it might be worth hitting that head on and visiting Portree Hospital, speaking to them." Skye, Lochaber and Badenoch MSP Ms Forbes added, "I met the community group last week. Nice island ladies who have been scaremongered by people who should know better." Wonder who she's talking about there. In the messages, Ms Forbes had advised the now ex-First Minister Mr Yousaf on various potential visits while he was in Skye to officially open Broadford Community Hospital. Mr Yousaf replied, okay, very helpful. Ms Forbes then appears to explain more about the Portree issues by saying it's a very, very long-running saga. Sections of the messages are blanked out in the FOI release, but Ms Forbes ends jokingly, "All cheery stuff." Mr Yousaf replied to her saying, "Wish I'd never asked," and posted a grimacing emoji. Ms Forbes then said, "Soz," and added a crying with laughter emoji. Hospital provision on Skye has been the subject of heated debate in the past decade and threats of closures and staff shortages, with the Save Our Services NHS Skye group leading protests. Ms Forbes had previously praised local campaigners and hailed them as tireless in public statements. In 2018, amid plans to downgrade Portree Hospital, a review by medic Sir Lewis Ritchie said urgent out-of-hours care should be provided 24/7 at hospital and inpatient beds must remain. Last night, Scottish Tory Highlands and Islands MSP Jamie Halcron-Johnston said the WhatsApps would anger and frustrate many people on Skye, adding, "Those living in the north of the island have been long concerned about the downgrading of local health services, and to have those concerns dismissed as scaremongering is simply shameful." Scottish Labour Highlands and Islands MSP Rhoda Grant said, "These astounding comments show the SNP's callous disregard for a community struggling with a dangerous lack of NHS services. We have seen time and time again the tragic consequences of the SNP's centralisation campaign in communities like Skye, and it beggars belief that this important campaign has dismissed as scaremongering." But Miss Forbes last night said the scaremongering she referenced came from opposition politicians who were not straight and often jeopardised progress at Portree Hospital. She added, "Much like anybody's private messages, they were never intended for publication, so I have used colloquial and loser language." Well, that'll be alright then. So, what Kate Forbes is saying is, people up there have got concerns that they shouldn't bother having, when, like, health service, and where do they go if they're ill or have an accident? And they just seem to protest for the sake of it. But it's quite worrying that somebody who I had a wee bit of hope for, I need to be honest with you, comes across as just the same as the rest of them. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've not already done so, please consider subscribing and hitting the notifications bell. Could you leave your comments below? Let me know what you think of the video and the topic. And also, just remember, unless you're Kate Forbes, the SNP, or any of the ever decreasing number of cult members, not them.
Everyone else, have a great day. Cheerio, bye now.